color, so rich, you know, the color of blood. This is carrot, beetroot, 1 orange and some ginger. This is literally the best way to start the day. I can't be happier. I couldn't be happier. So guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another video. 4 good reasons to explore raw veganism. And of course, you guys know I'm a raw vegan. I've been raw vegan since the beginning of last year. So I'm into my 15th month of raw veganism. And of course, I'm an advocate for the lifestyle, but I definitely don't think it's the only way to go about being healthy, being spiritual, and being grounded and to heal your life. I think it will benefit a lot of people to incorporate aspects of raw veganism into their lifestyle. But again, if you're just here for the entertainment, welcome on in. We don't judge, you know. So if you're here to just learn one thing, how to make a juice, you know, some helpful tips about the lifestyle, that's enough. You know, you don't have to be raw vegan, I think, to live aligned and fine, all right? Just a quick plug, my raw vegan ebook, The Raw Vegan Glow, is coming out this spring. So if you want to find out about when that's coming out and be notified and actually read the first chapter, then follow the first link in the description box. And last month we read Mindset by Carol Dweck as part of my book club. And so this month we are reading You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jen. And if you want to join our book club, we have a meeting at the end of every month. So check the second link in the description box. And the book club is all about high vibe, personal development, spiritual development books, and just pushing ourselves to really hold each other accountable and create like some good habits, implement good plans for the rest of the year. Amen to the head. Without further ado, let's get stuck in today's video. 4 reasons to try raw veganism. So the first one is weight management. In my first 3 months of raw veganism, I dropped a dress size, but because I was weight training the whole time, and I've been weight training since lockdown, so August 2020, yes. I've been weight training. I just basically dropped a lot of fat and increased my strength. So that was really nice for me because it showed me that I actually didn't need to do as much in order to maintain a healthy and fit body. And the fruits and vegetables gave me so much more energy to commit to other things. So I tried new dance classes. I started going to soca dance classes as well as my dancehall classes. I also tried Afrobeats classes. I tried different forms of bodyweight training. I was testing myself in different ways in the gym. So just a general expansion of my fitness ability, and therefore that just allowed me to just maintain my weight. And I find that with eating the fruits and vegetables, because they're so natural, that my body does know when enough is enough. Although with the dates, I have less control. Yesterday, I literally had like 25 dates before I went to bed. Can you imagine? Even so, even though I often overindulge in something like dates, the weight management is still very, very steady. So yeah, I did lose 1 dress size in the first 3 months of raw veganism, and I have stayed that way. So I went from a UK size 8 to a UK size 6. And I also managed to gain abs in my first 3 months as well. So I always wanted abs when I was younger. I mean, it was a cool thing to do. I'm a 90s kid, early noughties kid. So that was in at the time, and that's all I saw on like the music videos and stuff like that. So it was something that I guess we all wanted when we were younger, due to like outside influences, right? And so I got my abs, and it feels good to have a flat stomach, and it's not something that I'm so attached to as well. It's something that I find easy to maintain, so it just is. It's the same as like, I don't know, my leg, you know, it just is, it's there, and that's it. But it's easy to maintain it all year round. The second reason to try out raw veganism is a mental clarity. I mentioned this in previous videos. I mentioned this in my 90 days of raw veganism. And in that video, I explained why I initially went raw. But the mental clarity is amazing. there's a process, excuse me, there's a process that happens of just like, there's no junk in your food. So there's no mental fog. Everything is clear. You just feel of a higher vibration, and my intuition is super, super clear. I'm able to almost like, it's like my brain can breathe freely and with so much lightness and ease. So that helps when in terms of the sluggish feeling, in terms of slow thinking that doesn't really happen, and in terms of like trusting my discernment or trusting my sense of direction, that there's just so much flow, so much ease, and it's easy to make decisions, and it's easy to actually take action after making those decisions. This is the part that has really shocked me, but it's my increase in spirituality. And it started basically immediately. And as you see from my other videos, I spoke about spirituality as well, but it just gets better and better and better. And nowadays, I actually wake up with the divine. I wake up with like a divine feeling of gratitude, of excitement, and in love. And it's just like, I'm really surprised that I got to this point in this way through all through all the obstacles of the last couple of months, going on my juice cleanse, healing some inner wounds, healing some father wounds, you know. All of this has made me even closer to the divine, and that brings so much lightness and so much trust. And in my last video, which I put over here, I had just turned 30 years old, third floor, and I had like a strong urge to surrender and just to trust and liberate myself from all the expectations that I had of the world, of myself, of life, and just surrender into the plan. And so because of that, that has allowed me to really develop my spirituality in a new way, because surrender is actually letting go, and surrender is actually trusting in the divine, knowing that the divine has got your back, knowing that all things are coming to you in divine timing, and that all that went was meant to happen. And on top of that, I know that I get downloads and I can develop my relationship more with God through certain things. And one of those things I notice is books. I love reading. I love reading. So I get, like, I've said this before, but sometimes when I go to, no, not sometimes, all the time when I go to the library, I don't have to do anything. The book just finds me. And that's really nice, because with every single book that I read is a new mentor. There's a new mentor that comes into my life who guides me, who encourages me. It's like a one-to-one relationship that I get to develop with this person, and that makes me want to, of course, research some more, find out more about their story, how they got here, and their message. And in all of that, I see the presence of God. In their whole journey, in their whole experience, in their whole teaching, I see the presence of God. So I currently just finished Bear With Me. So these are some of the ways that I've been spoken to via the divine. So in my last video, I mentioned this book, Letting Go, and this has been amazing. I use David Hawkins' maps of consciousness to kind of regulate my own emotions and be aware of how, like, my vibration. This was fantastic. So I use his serenity technique several times a day. So I meditate using the serenity technique 5+ times a day. I surrender in the morning, I surrender in the evening, and then whenever I have a quiet moment where I'm sitting, I also surrender. Thoughts come to me that encourage me to surrender as well. So this is, God has been talking to me. This is amazing. I'm just like pages away from finishing this one. And this is amazing. Viktor Frankl, he talks about his time in the concentration camps and he was a psychiatrist prior, and then he developed his own form of therapy called logotherapy afterwards. But it's about finding meaning in everything and finding meaning through the suffering. And because they endured so much hardship, it filled me with gratitude, because I have so much more to be grateful for. And Dan, I think this guy's Thich Nhat Hanh. Thich Nhat Hanh. He's a spiritual, I think he's Buddhist, I'm pretty sure. But he talks about, I've got one on his book. I've got 2 books upstairs of his, Thich Nhat Hanh. This is The Energy of Prayer, How to Deepen Your Spiritual Practice. So I'm excited to read this. And this is another one of David Hawkins' books on power versus force. So yes, I get to learn from these enlightened people. And in doing so, I get to develop my own spiritual practice. So yeah, I love that. And honestly, just bowing down has made me, has allowed me to read quicker, find the time to read, and now I'm constantly reading books that I actually genuinely love. So I run to my book. I can't wait to read, and I probably read, yeah, I read quite a lot these days actually. Yeah, so I'm happy about that. Again, thanks to the books that I've been reading and the messages that I'm finding, I have been able to let go. And that is a process that I know comes naturally with raw veganism, because of course you have to say no to a lot of things that no longer serve your body. You get to choose high vibrational foods, and that whole process of being decisive, of deciding, okay, these foods are for me, these are not for me, it just opens the door to a whole chapter of letting go. And letting go takes place in so many different ways. It can be with the habits that you have, it could be with the thinking that you have, sometimes some of the self-talk that you have that's not really serving your higher self. Maybe it's the places that you frequent, the places, the things that you do. It creates space. When you let go of certain things, it creates space for things that actually are in alignment with your purpose, your higher self, and the divine. So that whole process, I know it's a lifelong process of letting go, but it will serve you to reach those upper echelons of your existence, your being. My cheeky camera just died. My cheeky camera just died on me. Anyways, let's get back to it. For me, what happened was the process of letting go of cooked food allowed me to continue to evaluate, okay, what is actually serving me, what isn't serving me. And so that's why I'm really adamant about like not wearing deodorant. I know it's not very good for me. I don't wear deodorant. Whilst I'm certain about doing hobbies. I really love hobbies. You guys know I started sewing quite recently at the beginning of this year, and I sew about 3 times a week. Got 3 classes a week. I'm adamant about rest. You know, before I used to wake up super early and I wanted to be in like this productive game, this aggressive, masculine game. I'm like, no, none of that, not anymore. So there's just so many things I got to let go of that were not serving me. Certain negative thoughts as well, some of the programming that I had, some of the fears that I had around motherhood. You guys know over the course of like last year, you discovered me talk about motherhood, you know, and me and one of my good friends, we often send each other like baby pictures on Instagram or like cute baby videos just to get into that vibe of motherhood. I also do that with my sister as well, cute baby videos. So like completely opened up and healed that area. And I spoke about this during the juice cleanse. I healed my father wounds, you know. And so now there is just forgiveness and peace and love in my heart for my own dad. And in that period when I was actively healing, I honestly, I go out around town, I never see dads. I never saw dads. I never saw dads with kids. I'd see couples here and there, but I never saw dad with kids. Suddenly my eyes were opened, and left, right and center, I'm seeing like dads on their own with their kids, dads pushing like push chairs, dads with a small clan, a big clan of kids. I was like, whoa, my awareness has completely changed, completely shifted. So that was one of the most beautiful parts of the letting go process that came from the whole vegan concept of letting go of the foods that don't serve you. And I also think it's partly due to the fact that the vibration of raw foods are so high that that hate or that fear or the anger can't really operate. There's a direct conflict between the high vibration of the foods and the vibration of, let's say, resentment, the resentment that I had towards men, or let's say the fears that I had. They just don't, there's a lot of conflict there. So you're forced to elevate and to level up to meet the vibration of the foods and to maintain that vibration as well. And lastly, what I've been consciously healing now is some of the stories that I had about money and abundance. Some of the stories that don't fit with the way the food makes me feel. So the food makes me feel energized, it makes me feel healed, it makes me respect myself and actually bow down to the divine. So where else in my life am I not bowing down to the divine, where I'm not allowing flow and freedom? And I look at the area of money, and yeah, there's a lot of fear around there. There's a lack of flow. I was, I guess, like consciously and unconsciously blocking that flow of abundance. So the food, just like here, this just makes you investigate, and it drives you to want to elevate, and it drives you to want to feel expansive. So that is the process of letting go, thanks to the high vibrational raw foods. And yeah, guys, that is it. That is it for the day. I love talking about raw veganism, actually, and the possibilities that come with it. But in my book, I go into details about why I went vegan, how it's helped me, some of the changes that you can expect to see, some of the obstacles as well, such as eating out and cravings as well. But it's been a really good, wonderful journey of writing this book and really sharing my journey and sharing my thoughts on raw veganism with you guys. So if you want to be notified when that is released, do click on the first link in the description box. And let me know if you like this video. Well, if you like this video, give me a massive thumbs up, and let me know if you want to see something else from me, if you want me to make a specific video, maybe on how I eat, how I exercise, or what my day looks like. Do let me know. But until the next one, guys, stay fine, stay fierce, and stay purposeful. Oh, and I've got dance for this evening. I'm about to wind my waist. Yes, 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 yes. Anyways, see you in the next one. Ciao.